At the time I'm recording this video, I'm only 22. But something I've learned growing up is that what matters is not the years in your life, it's the life in your years. And the intensity of these 22 years was so crazy, it honestly feels like 100 years have passed. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred, and I went from only having $400 over 5 years ago to building my first successful service-based online business. At the time, I was providing done-for-you lead generation services for entrepreneurs, and then transitioning into consulting, and nowadays I make upwards of $1,000 per day with my business. So on this channel, I'm not only sharing with you my journey as an entrepreneur, originally from the lower middle class, but I'm also sharing with you step-by-step strategies so you can copy me and become financially free. And my goal with this video is to share with you the things I wish I had known earlier, because if I had, my life would have been a lot simpler and it would have saved me months of my life and thousands of dollars. The first thing I would like to share with you is that you need to learn to control your emotions. More often than not, the reason we're going to fail to achieve a goal, it's not because we're not smart enough, it's not because we're not talented enough, but rather it's because we listen to our emotions. Like, to be completely honest with you, if I only ever went to the gym when I feel like exercising, I probably would go like maybe once a week or once a month, let's be honest. And in other aspects of your life, in business, it's the same thing. To give you an actual example, building a business is not meant for everyone. If you are an ambitious individual and your dream is to be financially free so you can have control of your time and do all the things that you want, then starting your own business is the perfect solution for you. But in order to become successful in business, you will need to get out of your comfort zone. You'll need to do things you're not used to. And so if you can't overcome your negative emotions, you will just stay as you are and nothing is going to change. To give you an example, for me, over 5 years ago, when I tried different online businesses, the thing that was holding me back for so long, it was lack of knowledge, but on top of that, I had so many fears and limiting beliefs, so I would try to take action, but then I would always fail because my effort would be weak, and weak efforts lead to weak results. And so to move forward, I had to overcome all of my fears. One day I just had enough. I told myself, okay, look, if you stay as you are, nothing is gonna change. Your dreams are gonna die with you. And I couldn't accept that. Like, for me, it's the worst possible kind of tragedy. So I grabbed a piece of paper and a pen, and I wrote down everything I was afraid to do. And then every day I forced myself to do at least one thing I was afraid to do. And doing this completely changed my life. Because everything that you want right now, you have to realize it's on the other side of fear. The other thing I would like to share with you is that you need to become a producer. I want you to remember this quote: producers make money, consumers spend money. Now, we are all consumers. You can't just be a producer. You need to eat, you need to have some hobbies, otherwise what's the point of life? However, if you take a look at an average week in your life, an average month in your life, how much value are you producing for others? There's a reason why business people like me are making so much free content on the internet. Because by making so much free valuable content, you not only help people, you give them extremely valuable advice, but you also attract your ideal customers in the mix. So it's a win-win for everyone. And the biggest thing you need to understand, if you want to become wealthy, you want to make 10, 20, $30,000 per month or even more, is that you need to start giving people exactly what they want. I learned this from extremely successful mentors, people who are making millions of dollars per month. And every single one of them never made a single cent as long as they were trying to sell what they thought people wanted, but in reality, nobody wanted what they had to offer. And to be completely truthful with you, the reason why I was broke 5 years ago was because I wasn't providing any value to anyone. I wasn't selling anything, let alone anything that people wanted and needed. And then I stopped focusing on myself for a second, and I came up with my first successful offer, which was done-for-you lead generation services for agency owners, coaches, and consultants. Because typically, one of the things that agency owners struggle with is getting more meetings with their ideal customers. So I figured if I could find a way to do it for them, they would pay me, and that's exactly what happened. Now, I genuinely believe that the best thing that you can do in your 20s, if you want to become financially free, be in control of your life, but also set yourself up and your family for the rest of your life, is to start your own business. We've been told that getting a job is the safer, easier route. You clock in, you clock out, you get your paycheck, and you don't have to make crazy decisions. You just do what you're told. In fact, ever since we were kids, people asked us, what do you want to do when you grow up? And then the whole reason why people go to school and universities to get a job, which makes sense. But jobs come with many limitations. With a business, you can make $100,000 per month, $1 million per month. Good luck making that kind of money with a job. And even when you do get a raise, it's not going to be a huge raise. In fact, sometimes it barely even makes up for inflation. And I know this because I grew up in the lower middle class. My father's a nurse, my mother a nursing assistant, and so growing up I just witnessed them breaking their backs only to be underpaid and undervalued. But because they were told, if you do as we say, if you work hard all of your life, you save your money, one day you'll be able to retire and collect your social security, and then finally you can enjoy your life. And so as a kid I realized, like, wow, that's such a scam. Like, why should I have to wait until I'm 60, 70 to finally go ahead and enjoy my life? It makes no sense, because the most most beautiful years of your life? It's your 20s. If you were making millions of dollars right now, or even just $10,000 per month, can you imagine the amount of things that you could do, the experiences that you could have while you're young? Because let's say you still have the energy and the money and the time to be able to travel when you're 60, 70. Let's say you're lucky enough to not deal with any diseases or any family problems, so you do have the time and the money to finally do the things that you want. Well, how much would you really enjoy them? Probably not as much. And when you work a job, it also comes with more risk than you realize, because AI could take your job. In fact, it's going to replace plenty of jobs pretty soon. We're not even talking about something that's going to happen in 50 years. It's happening right now. And even without speaking about AI, the boss could make the wrong decisions and sink the company and you with it. And nowadays, when you get a degree, you could be $300,000 in debt, but you don't even have a guarantee that you're going to get a job. Now, if you want to become a lawyer, a doctor, work in the military, whatever it is that you want, if you need to go into study in university to be able to achieve your goal, well, do it. You have no other option. But if your goal is to make a lot of money, to be financially free, to live life on your own terms, you don't need a university. You need to learn from successful mentors. And the best part about it, it won't even cost you a tenth of the price. Now, if you want to discover the beginner-friendly business model that allows me to make upwards of $1,000 per day, I've recorded a free video in which I'm going to share with you everything I did step by step. That way, all you have to do is copy me. And in that same video, you will discover the only 3 things you need to focus on if you want to make serious money. Or you can directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if you qualify for working with us closely. The next thing I would like to share with you is that you need to make more mistakes. Every great entrepreneur, scientist, athlete, they all made a considerable amount of mistakes before they became successful. But the problem is, in school, we are taught that if we make mistakes, it's a bad thing. We should be afraid of making mistakes because it makes us look stupid in front of the whole class. But thinking that you're gonna succeed on your first try, let's say you walk into the gym, you've never even set foot in a gym before, and for some reason you hope you'll be able to bench 200 pounds right from the start. That's insane. Well, in anything else in life, it's the same. You are gonna make a lot of mistakes, and in business, you are going to make even more mistakes if you try to figure everything out on your own. I struggled for so many years before I invested in myself and worked with the right mentors. So I made plenty of mistakes before I signed my first couple customers, but each mistake I made was an extremely valuable learning experience. So I want you to adopt the following mindset. No matter what happens, I win because I learn, or I make money, or I do both. So when you have this mindset, you can't lose, because every failure, every mistake is a new opportunity for growth. The next thing I would like to share with you is that sometimes you need to make decisions fast. I speak to a lot of people on a weekly basis, and a lot of people tell me it's been months, sometimes it's been years since they've been wanting to start a business, but for some reason they still haven't gotten started. And most of the time it's typically because of 2 reasons. The first is that they lack the belief that they can do it. They want to succeed, but they're not necessarily willing to take risks, or they're not sure if it's actually possible or not for them. And then they lack clarity, they lack knowledge, they just don't know what to do. They have no one to guide them and to show them the way. But I learned this directly from Jeff Bezos. If you stay stuck in thinking mode, and believe me, I was a massive overthinker, but I learned to overcome my natural tendency to overthink everything. It's better to take action, make mistakes, fail, but at least you're getting feedback, and now you can make other decisions, try other things, and you move forward. But as long as you stay passive, inactive, you think, oh, I'll get started one day, oh, I'm gonna do some more research, you never get started, and so you never get what you want. Years fly by quickly, so do not waste 2025. Make 2025 the best year of your life. It's all up to you. Now, the other thing I would like to share with you is that you need to keep things simple. More often than not, less is more. All you need to make 10K per month, and that can even scale your business to $100,000 per month, is one offer, one niche, one product. That's it. You don't need to overcomplicate things. I mean, most of the time, the people who sell 10 different ebooks or courses or coaching programs or whatever, they're not making much money. In fact, when I was doing my Done For You lead generation service for entrepreneurs, most of the agency owners that came to me and who were working with multiple niches at the same time, so to give you an example, they would be targeting solar companies and real estate agents. Well, guess what they all had in common? They were the ones making the least amount of money, and a big portion of them wasn't even making any money. So you need to pick one thing, pick one problem that you can solve for people, one niche, and then offer one product. That's it. Now, being motivated by materialistic desires, it's nice, but at some point you need to be motivated by something greater than just money. I'll be completely honest with you, I got started in business for selfish reasons. I wanted to experience luxury. By the way, if you want to see some of the behind the scenes, you can give me a follow on Instagram, and that's where I post pictures of the nice shit. But nowadays when I wake up, the first thing I think about, it's not even wanting to buy a sports car, because to be honest with you right now, I don't need a car. Most of the time I just get a taxi. But rather, when I wake up in the morning, I think about my goals. I think about the kind of of legacy I want to leave behind. And I also think about the fact that I want to provide for the people I love. And that to me is much more motivating than buying a brand new Ferrari or whatever. But if there's only one thing you need to take away from this video, is that in life, if you work on the right thing consistently, you keep putting in the work and you have faith that it's going to happen, it is going to happen. It's literally just a matter of time. I've never seen someone work extremely hard on their business for 2 years and not become very successful, make 10, 20, 30,000 per month and even more. But the sad truth is, most people don't even get to that point because they quit way too soon. So if you don't quit, you automatically get ahead of 99% of people. Now look, you need to make a choice today. You're free to keep watching YouTube videos on how to make money online, how to improve your life, but doing this keeps you in inaction, and only taking action will give you the results that you want. Or if you are actually serious about building your business so you can become financially free and finally quit your 9-to-5 job or live life on your own terms, I invite you to check out the resources in the description below, or you can directly apply to book a call with me or my team and we'll see if you qualify for working with us closely. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together let's blow up this YouTube channel and empower more ambitious individuals to become financially free. And when we get to 100,000 subs, I will be giving away $10,000.